All right, so we're here today for the New Writer Scholarship interviews. Well, let's get started then, and let's let Lanny introduce yourself and tell us why you're here.
Hi, Dennis. Hi, Allie and Matt. I'm Lanny. You got my name correct. A lot of people call me Lonnie, but it's Lanny Banani. I am here because I am a potential applicant for Matthew's scholarship, and I have a baking blog. I love fiction writing. I love poetry, and journalism is also something I'm very interested in.
What's the name of your blog?
It's called bakingabroad.tumblr.com because I'm in Slovakia right now on a Fulbright, and I'm having an amazing time. But it's actually pretty interesting baking abroad and realizing what ingredients are different and what to do when the water pH is different, and trying to figure out kind of the food science behind baking in another country.
Gee, I can't even figure it out here.
That's right.
Exactly.
Well, you're a world traveler, though, Allie. I'm sure you've run into some issues.
Yeah, some, but I just gunsling it, Dennis, and just throw it in there, and if it comes out fine, if it doesn't, then who cares?
Yeah, there is a bit of just improv when it comes to getting things done.
Lanny, Lanny Banani. That's a great name, by the way. I love your name. You really sound a lot like me when I was younger and starting out. I had a lot of different interests as well when it comes to writing, and you sound the same way. You mentioned journalism, writing for cooking and all these different topics. I think that's awesome, and have you ever considered where do you think things are going to be 5 to 10 years from now?
I'm really interested in food policy and agriculture policy. So food is definitely the direction that I want to go in, and writing will be a useful skill no matter where I go within that field. And that's what I'm really interested in journalism specifically. I did a journalism project in grade school, and I got to create my own project, and it was amazing because I got to travel to Argentina and throughout the U.S. interviewing beekeepers on colony collapse disorder, and that was amazing. So I think food journalism is definitely the route that I would really hope to go down in the future.
Great.
Yeah, that's right. My friend Jeff, who's a journalist, he encouraged you to go ahead and write that article on the bees, the situation with the bees. I think you should, definitely.
Yeah, I think that would be something I would want to pursue no matter what. Obviously, a scholarship would really help me in my pursuits, but I know passion is there, and if there's a will, there's going to be a way.
Awesome attitude.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, Lanny, it was very nice talking to you and meeting you.
Good talking to you too.
And bring in another applicant now. So
okay, sounds great. Thank you. Much. Bye.
Bye, Lanny.
Bye, Lanny. Bye, Lanny.
Okay, just X out of your box there, and we'll bring someone else in.
Okay, great. Have a good night.
Hi, NJ.
Hi, how you going? Yeah, so my name's Nicola. NJ is just kind of my catch author tag name.
Nicola?
Nicola, yeah.
Oh, okay, great. So you want to be a writer, and you're applying for the scholarship.
Yep.
And what do you plan to do? What kind of writing, and what would you do if you won the scholarship?
So I write books. Aside from blogging, I write romance novels, Christian help books. So I'm currently working on my 4th book, which is a 3rd book in a romance trilogy. So at the moment, I've self-published on Amazon and CreateSpace, both as ebooks and paperbacks. So the scholarship would just help me to get some finances behind with that, but also with the blogging as well, just to kind of get a wider reach for what I blog about, and I just blog about anything. So whatever's kind of pressing on my heart to write about. I've got blogs about, is there such a thing as Prince Charming, or is it fact, is it fiction, crazy cat ladies, all sorts of stuff. I also want to start blogging about Christchurch, about the rebuild here, because we had our first major earthquake 5 years ago, and we're still going to be rebuilding for probably another decade. So just writing some raw stuff about my experiences of that. Because it's so hard to just explain to someone who doesn't live here what it's like, but being able to blog about it and journal about it and kind of keeping a running story about it, I think will be an awesome way to share with people what life is like here.
Well, let's ask the same question Matthew asked. Where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years? What do you think you'll be doing?
Well, I work full-time as a social worker and just write whenever I've got time. So ideally, I'd like to be writing a couple of days a week and be connected to a publisher. So instead of carrying the weight of publishing and marketing and all that stuff on my own, that I've got some backing and support behind me for that.
Do you enjoy being a social worker? Would you keep doing that if you were a successful writer?
I feel like it's something God wants me to do alongside the writing, but it'd be nice to drop down to maybe 3 days a week. I work in child protection, so it's quite full on.
Yeah.
She just needs one Harry Potter novel, and then she can come back to 3 days a week.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Allie, since you are an experienced author as well, is there any questions you'd like to ask or any advice you'd like to give?
Well, I don't know how experienced I am. I do a lot of writing, and then I was an educational therapist for years and years and years. So I'd worked with a lot of students in writing. But, I think the big thing is just to write. And then, do it every day. I know since I've been blogging for the past about 4 years, it's, and even if it's just little snippets, 200 or 300 words introducing a recipe or whatever, you find yourself really becoming better and better at storytelling. And that's what I think is important in writing. We're just all telling stories. And we've all got great stories to tell, and it can be as mundane as going to the grocery store to, buy a few items, but, you can always spin it into something exciting. So, just, taking those opportunities.
Thanks.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us, and we're going to let you pop off, and we'll bring someone else on.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
This is really good.
Oh,
and there's Deb. Woohoo!
Oh, there's Deb. Ah.
Hi. One tip for the others on the camera. On mine, it's at that top bar, like you said, only it's on the left-hand side.
Really?
Wait, yes.
Okay. Where was from, Deb?
Yakima, Washington.
Yakima, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you write? What kind of writing do you do?
Well, I have a book in progress. It's called, the working title is In Spite of Us, Stalked by a Loving God. And it's a story about my husband and myself, only we're certainly not the hero of the story. It's sort of it's a love story, it's a testimony, and it's a mystery. The big mystery being how God is able to save a couple of people like us from ourselves.
That's always a good one. I think that all the time, why am I so lucky enough to be saved from some things? It's a question we can't answer though. Um, So, Matthew, any questions for Deb?
Yeah, Deb, what do you plan to do with the scholarship if you win?
Well, after the happy dance, I would really like to hire some professional help for the book, not me. And I would like to get someone to professionally edit it, and I would love to have some help with the query letter, which is like my biggest fear.
The query letter, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big step. That sounds good. I wish you well. You know, how long have you been working on this book?
Well, I do work, so I only have about an hour every single morning that I write, and so I've been working on it over a year. But we're getting close.
That's awesome. So you have a full-time job, but yet you're still writing in your spare time.
Yes.
And working on that.
And then I have a blog.
Okay.
And what's your blog, Deb?
Yeah. What's your domain?
Pardon me?
What's your blog?
What's the domain to your blog?
Oh, it's debpalmer.com. I think it's just simple. On WordPress.
Yeah, that's easy to remember. debpalmer.com. Great. What do you blog about?
To be honest, when I started blogging, I was only blogging because I was told if you're writing a book, you need to blog. But now I really enjoy blogging, and like Ali said, I blog about everything. It usually starts with a story, like if especially a humorous story, and then I try to figure out somehow how I can tell that funny story. And then it ends up being about something I didn't even realize where I was going to.
Right. Yeah. So you're exploring and you're kind of finding your blog niche as you go along. That's great.
Yes.
So you use your blog to promote your book as well?
Yes, I've published a couple of sample chapters on the blog. We've gotten some pretty good response from it.
Oh, that's great. Good. Ali, did you have a question?
No, I just want to say, Deb, that's a big step and that's a lot of work, and I applaud you because you're taking huge risk and putting out there what's in your heart and soul and mind, and you don't know how people will react, but you've got the guts to do it. So rock on, sister. Good going.
Thanks. I appreciate that. And I really appreciate the heart behind this scholarship.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah. You know, it's people like yourself and Ali that, this is why we're doing this.
All right. Well, let's bring someone else in. Deb, thank you very much for coming on and for being persistent and taking some time, because everyone's been having some issues. So at least we got you on too.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye, Deb.
Use Blab.
Thank you.
All righty.
Bye, Deb.
By the X, very good. And hello.
I mean,
There he is.
huge persistence. Great.
Can you hear us, Azu?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I can hear you clearly now. Bye.
Awesome. Yay.
He gets bonus points for trying so hard.
I know. God bless you, son.
Sorry?
Where are you located, Azu?
Lagos, Nigeria, in West Africa.
Uh-huh.
Very cool. So this has been quite a United Nations of people today. Azu
Yeah.
is on, Matthew.
Hey,
Uh,
Azu, how you doing? Hi, Azu. Can you hear me?
You still hear us, Azu?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Hey Azu,
Okay.
are you the one that emailed me earlier?
It's really a privilege to be here, really, especially with everything that just happened. I had to do some surfing through the net to be able to get everything here complete. Wow.
Hey Azu, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Can anybody hear me?
Oh,
Can hear you.
Can
Yes.
you hear us?
yeah, I can hear you. Cool.
Okay, Matthew has a question for you, Azu.
Okay, I can't hear Matthew, and I can't see him either.
Okay, what's your question, Matthew? And I'll ask it to him.
Oh, I was going to ask him if he was the person that emailed me earlier today saying he was going to be at a school function tonight. Looks like maybe he's at a school function.
Azu,
Yeah.
Matthew asked, are you the person who emailed him earlier today saying you would be at a school function tonight?
No, I wasn't. I didn't
No.
email him today.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that wasn't him, Matt.
I am Odia Azu. That's why I put my name as on the blog. Odia Azuka.
Okay.
Ask him what he hopes to do with the scholarship if he wins.
Azu, if you are given the scholarship, what do you plan to do with the money?
Well, firstly, that's going to be my first scholarship ever.
Oh, his first scholarship ever.
Yeah,
Oh, very, very exciting.
thank you. And if I was giving the scholarship, well, after reading Matthew's blog, the one where he tried to give us ideas of what we can do with this, and I especially remember that Chef Dennis was part of the contributors to the ideas. So right now, what I'll just plan to do with it, if I got it, is to try to invest it in my work as a writer. Because right now, I'm only like a part-time writer. I'm too busy.
Hold
Sorry?
on. Matt, he wants to invest it and have more time to do writing because he's right now just a part-time writer.
Oh, thanks, Allie. I can actually hear him.
Can you hear him?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can hear and see him.
Okay.
I don't
Okay,
I
great.
don't know why it's the other way around, but
So I'm going to like use it to be able to go for writing conferences, writers conferences rather, and training sessions where I can be able to improve on my writing. Because right now a major problem that I'm having is just loosely based on writer's block, and I try to scrutinize it more and see where exactly the block is. And I think it's just lack of expression. It's very hard for me to express myself. So I think that's just one of the things I'm going to concentrate on. Yeah. With it.
hey, Allie,
Then I'll save the rest, of course, because I definitely have to.
Allie, ask him if he has used my blog post ideas generator.
Hey, Azu,
Wow.
have you used Ideas Generator on Matt's blog post?
No, I haven't.
No, he hasn't.
No, I haven't.
Okay, we'll tell him that it's
Mr.
there.
Michael the second rather, says I'm very fluent in English. Wow. Seriously.
Yeah, you're good in English. Okay, so Matt, what do you want me to tell him?
Oh, tell him that, whenever he has writer's block, he can go to my website, buildyourownblog.net.
Uh-huh.
And then in the footer, there's a link that says blog post ideas generator. And
Okay, so when you have writer's block, Azu,
Sorry?
when you are having this writer's block, you can't think of anything to write.
Yes.
Go
Most
to
times-
Matt. Okay, here's what Matt wants you to do. Go to his website
Okay.
and at the bottom. There, you said it was at the bottom, Matt?
Yeah, or he can go to buildyourownblog.net
buildyourownblog.net
the dash blog.
Okay, the THD dash blog.
Dash post.
Sorry?
Matthew, you can type that in the comments there.
Yeah, Matt, can you type that in?
Yeah, let me
Just
do
type
that.
that in the comment bar. That'd be easier.
Okay, well, hold on a second.
NJ says that he finds the best way to overcome writer's block is to go for a long walk by the sea or a river or in a park, just somewhere in nature. And I find the same thing is, you know, if I'm having difficulty with coming up with new ideas for recipes or blog posts, I just get in the car and start driving, and my mind just starts swirling and racing because, you know, I got to keep my eyes on the road and nothing else distracts me. And I'm just thinking of you know, what I might want to do. So, you know, maybe just getting away from it might be the best way to get into it.
It's very hard here in Lagos, especially, to do that because as many will probably know, Lagos is like the mega city of Africa, meaning that it is a state where there's just so much people, so much buildings, so much industries, so much things to squeeze people in the city where there's really no open space. So it's really hard for me right now. But
wow,
Swift swimming can help, I guess.
Okay, so I did type in that URL.
And unfortunately, I don't drive yet. I'm not 18. That is like legal age for driving.
Okay, cool.
And Brittany is watching right now. I just wanted to let her know. Brittany, we've been having issues with people coming in, and then we've had 5 screens, and then Matthew, who's in there, will take over other people's names, and we can't get them coming in. So it just seems like there's some problem with the squares today. Fifth caller bug. Okay.
Okay, Rick Wolf says, 3 hosts. I'm going to just tell him I'm a fake host. I'm just a fake. I'm not really a host.
I have been having them refresh, so thanks. That's what I thought. I didn't know if there was something else. It just seems a little hinky today. Rick, you can actually have more than 2. Well, thank you, Brittany. Thanks for coming in and letting us know. See, that's how fast these are the people on Blab. You ping them, and they come right in. Am I the only one that says hinky anymore? I've used that, and every time I say hinky, someone says that.
Hey, Dennis.
Yeah.
Rick Wolf asks, can you have 2 co-hosts?
Yes, you can.
He said, do you have 3 hosts?
We do.
I told him I'm a fake one. I'm not a real host.
I am the actual host that started it, and then there's co-hosts. So that way everybody gets the replay on their profile page. And that's basically good for everyone because people that come to me will see me, and people that come to me will see you. So it's good for them.
Yeah, Allie, I actually appreciate what you're doing today.
Oh, thank you, Matt. I'm glad to be here helping.
I'm glad she's here helping too.
Yeah.
So we have any other questions for Azu? We're going to let him go and try and bring someone else in.
Okay.
Good luck,
Thank you
Azu.
so much.
All right, Azu. Thanks for being persistent.
Bye, Azu. Bye.
Bye.
All right, we have an open seat. Let's see if we can get Nanji back in.
Hi.
Oh, wow. Yay.
I need to get my computer.
Thank you for being persistent. So nice to see you. Where are you at, Nanji?
I'm in South Africa.
Cool. Can you see Matthew?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good, because Azu couldn't see him, so we're glad you're here. He's frozen right now, though, but we just lost him. So. It's been a
Oh, I
fun
can't
day.
see him.
Now we can see it. You're going to have to refresh again, Matthew. I'm sorry.
All right.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, what you write, and what you like to write about.
Well, I'm still in high school at the moment. I'm 18, and I like to write poetry and children's books. And well, so far the only experience I've got, I've worked with Shooter and Shooter, a publishing company, and I managed to write a children's book called Linda's Sleepless Nights, but that wasn't really published. I was the only one who got a copy. and been writing poetry and trying to send my poetry to literary magazines.
Very good. Well, at least you're working on it. If you won the scholarship, what would you do with it?
Firstly, I would invest in buying books and taking writing classes. And I kind of need a computer to work on. I'm kind of using my mom's laptop, and it's, kind of a struggle. Yeah.
Where did you say you're from, Nanji?
South Africa.
Oh, awesome. Yes. I hear from a lot of people in South Africa through Build Your Own Blog.
Cool.
So, so you're wanting a new computer, huh? What kind of new computer would you get?
No, I would just buy a Samsung laptop. So probably I could start a blog, and it would be easier for me to write on my own computer.
Yeah, absolutely. You could do it at the coffee shop or the beach or anywhere.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So, did you say you're a blogger or a poet?
Poet.
Poet, okay. Do you have like a short poem that you could share with us right now?
Yes, I do.
Well, we'd love to hear it. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, this one I wrote when my grandmother passed away. So it goes. Dear heaven, I beg you ×7, welcome her. Dear heaven, I beg you ×11, let her in and forgive her sin. Dear heaven, I beg you 111, love her like we loved her. Dear heaven, I beg you ×1011, be her home and embrace her. I'm kind of like really nervous right now.
That was great.
That was beautiful.
That makes me cry.
I know.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh, wow.
It was. Do you have what is your blog's domain so we can get some more of your poetry?
Like, I haven't got a blog right now, but I
not yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Where can we find more of your poetry?
There was a blog once called Hello Poetry. I used to write on that.
Okay. That was beautiful, and I want you to keep in touch. And when you do have a blog, I'd love to know about it, because really, I enjoyed that poem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I should do an article about poetry and poets that are bloggers. I think that would make a really good article, and I would like to feature you as one of the blogger poets. So.
Wow, that would be really.
So just shoot me an email at matt@buildyourownblog.net, and I will make a note to do that.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you so much for joining us, Nanji, and for being persistent.
Thank you,
Thank you, guys.
Najee. Bye. That was
Bye.
beautiful, Najee. You had me tearing up.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, anybody else coming in? Let's see. Let's try. Rich Rider. Dun, dun, dun. Yay!
Hey,
Hello.
can everybody hear me?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Okay,
who
what
is-
questions?
Well, do you go by Briggs DeRider? Who is
Yes, yes. That's my
Okay.
kitty.
Oh.
That's a big kitty.
Yeah, he's a Maine Coon. He's really huge.
I thought that was a Maine Coon. Oh, I love Maine Coons. What's his name?
Yeah, he loves attention.
Oh, yes. So what's his name?
Xander.
Xander. Look at him. He's taken over. He wants the scholarship, Matt. He wants meow mix, meow meow.
He's
Hey,
one of
have
my
him
first.
send in his application. Yeah. So, so you're a cat person, obviously.
I've written a book and I self-published that on Amazon. And but I would really like to start another blog. I'd like to start a blog about urban homesteading.
Urban homesteading. Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
urban
Can you,
homesteading.
what exactly is that in about one or two sentences? What does that mean?
Growing, having a garden in a small space indoors for people that don't have access to outdoor areas to have a garden. So you do it mostly with containers and indoors.
Okay, that's getting more and more popular from what I hear. Yeah.
I really feel passionate about it. I think that people need to know where their food's coming from. And it tastes a lot better when you grow it yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. That's true.
Where are you located at?
I'm in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Oh, okay.
Oh, not too far from me. I'm in Missouri, so.
Oh yeah, not far at all.
So Briggs DeRider, what what do you hope to accomplish with your blog, with your new blog?
Ideally, I'd like to be able to just blog full time. I have a lot to say about this subject, and I could include my recipes for the things that I grow and all kinds of crafts, that you can do when you're doing an urban homestead, rain catchment. It's just endless.
Absolutely. So you would invest the scholarship into your new website, and
Yes.
or what would you do
Yes.
with it?
I might buy a few supplies to get started. I would probably need a good camera for my blog posts, and just materials to get started growing things, and also the website. Get that going.
I could
Would
see
you
where
have to hire somebody to build your website?
No, I have plenty of experience with that. I taught myself.
Okay.
I've taught myself HTML in like 1993.
Wow.
Wow. I'm impressed.
Nope, we just
I had a lot of years, and it got kind of boring after a while.
And of course, WordPress is pretty easy as well. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we have Bridge the Writer.
You're going to have a tough decision, Matt, you and your team.
Yes. All right, Bridge the Writer. We're going to let you pop out now and see if anybody else is in. So thank you so much for being persistent and for staying with us.
Bye.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, Michael said he hadn't ever seen this many technical issues, Dennis.
It's been a little. Well, we have a lot of newbies too.
Yeah.
Hey, NJ, thank you for joining us earlier. I know you need to get to work. That's cool. No offense taken. You can log out and go to work now, but thanks for dropping by. It was great meeting you.
Doesn't look like Sergeant Max getting in.
Oh, Sergeant Max trying, but the door's not opening.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what, NJ? She said, hope you got to hear me even though you didn't get in. I'll go back and watch this whole thing again, so I definitely want to hear what you had to say. So I'll hear that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the good thing. It is recorded, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
All right. Was there anyone else that wanted to come in? Otherwise, we're going to bring this to a close.
Gosh, yeah, this has been an hour and 15 minutes, Dennis.
It gets away from me when people are coming in and going out. My first one was 3 hours.
Holy smokes.
And I kept going. I said, I got to go. I mean, I really got to go. So I got
I got to go.
I got to go. I just drank 2 bottles of water and a cup of coffee. I got to go.
And you're standing there going, I got to go. I got to go.
I'm getting there too, actually.
All right. Well,
me too.
Matthew, thanks for hanging in there. Allie, thank you so much for being on with us. It's been wonderful. And we'll do this again. And
I want to thank you, Chef Dennis, for featuring this on your program, this new writer scholarship. And Allie, I really appreciate you kind of coming off the bench and filling in.
That's me, darling. I'm the 13th man on the bench. But I'll get in and fight.
That's awesome. I really appreciate it.
Well, tune in tomorrow. We're going to do some cooking.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
And anybody that wants to that has any questions about the New Writer Scholarship or comments, just leave me an email at matt@buildyourownblog.net.
Why don't you leave those links in the comments again too, so anyone that comes back in.
Good idea. I will do that.
And anyone watching, if you want to leave the links to your blog, feel free to do that as well. We're always happy to share those. So that's it for today then, and we'll see you again soon. And Matthew, if you want to do another one of these as it gets closer to time, let me know.
Absolutely, definitely. I'll get the bandwidth thing figured out, and it'll probably go even better next time.
Well, it will. It could be some problems with the app too today because they are having some issues. So part of it could be that as well.
Move over, Steven Spielberg. Here comes Matt and Dennis.
Yeah.
Next time, it's going to be perfect.
I would say, look out, world. Allie's coming too.
Big time.
Okay, that works. Okay.
All right.
All right,
bye, everybody.